First off, don't worry, Gwen will be in this video. She's currently just emptying out my drawer of dishcloths and hot pads, and she's very entertained right now, so we're going to let her do her thing and she'll pop in later. Today we're going to stick with the the crock pot meals, and I'm going to make a corn chowder, or not a corn chowder, well, it's going to have corn in it, but it's cheesy chicken chowder, and it's from the Amish cookbook, Amish Cooking Class Cookbook by Wanda E. Brunstetter. It's on our shelf at the library as soon as I put it back. So you guys can check this out later. I thought I'd pull something from our shelves for you guys and try to check it out. So obviously, as per usual for me, I'm modifying it for the crock pot because this is not a crock pot recipe, but I'm going to use a crock pot because I have a toddler who's pulling out bibs now. Okay, she's having fun, right? Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to get the flavoring stuff ready, the broth. Actually, we're not even going to add the broth yet. You're going to need for the whole thing 2 cups of diced potatoes. That was about 2.5 potatoes for me. Some of my potatoes were really small, so I'm just averaging. If you had a large potato, it's probably about 2.5. Cup diced celery. I don't have celery. Cup of diced carrots. I had that. 1/2 cup chopped onion. I'm going to add some onion powder since I never have onions in my house. 1/4 cup of butter. You're going to need that now. 1/3 cup of flour. Again, now. 1.5 teaspoons salt. Now again. 1/4 teaspoon pepper. Now again. 3 cups chicken broth. You could add that now if you have a really big pot you're adding it to, but we're actually just going to skip to the milk and add 2 cups of milk for that. And you'll need 2 cups of shredded cheese and 2 cups of chopped cooked chicken. My chicken is not chopped, nor is it cooked. It's going in the crock pot and it's going to defrost in there, and I'm going to shred it with a couple forks when it's done cooking. So that'll be hours from now, and I'll just take a picture of that when that's ready. So we're going to start with the stuff that I just listed. The butter, the flour, the salt, pepper, and milk. So you are going to turn on your stove top here. Make sure you got the right one burning. And you need 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to set this aside here. Here's a good spot. Okay, so you need 1/4 cup of butter, which is 4 tablespoons or 1/2 stick. Add that in. Let that melt down. And you're going to, once the butter's melted, you're going to add your flour, salt, and pepper. So we just need this to melt down. And this is the part that's going to take a little while, so I'm going to hit pause for a little bit. Okay, so that took about 2.5 minutes. Hi, Gwen! Hi! You having fun? See, told you she'd be in here. She'll be more permanently in here in a bit. We're going to add our salt and our pepper now. We'll pop open that pepper. And you're going to need 1/4 teaspoon. Yes, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, or if you prefer red pepper, that's cool too. Whatever you want, it's yours. We're going to sprinkle that in here. You could add the flour first, but I think you'd risk making a rogue instead of, I don't know if I ever say that right. Rogue? Is that right? Anyway, that's not what your goal is. Your goal is to make a broth. So, here, nice flavorful broth. Okay, and then you need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And my temperature is on medium, but I'm going to cut it down to halfway between medium and low, because it's getting really frothy. Alright, I don't need that anymore, and we can put this away. Okay, and you want your whisk. And you're going to add 1/3 cup of flour. So, get your butter knife to level. And can. Get that mixing in. It kind of smells like a bisque. Okay, so if you let this simmer for a while, it'll get darker and darker, and that's what you're rolling with. Gives you color. You could leave it a little longer if you want. I think pale is fine for chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and add 2 cups of milk. You could also add 3 cups of chicken broth right now if you want to, but I just want it to be liquid before I put it in the crock pot. That's my goal. So I'm going to just add the milk for now. Considering I don't have broth made, I figure this is better. Okay. And this is why we go through so much milk. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'm one of those cooks. Okay, so we're going to get this mixed in. And that's good. We can go ahead and turn this off, and we will come back to this in just a little bit. I will meet you in the dining room. Okay, the rest of it is pretty much about assembly. I have right here with me 2 cups of diced up potatoes and sliced up carrots here, 1 cup of that. I also have a bag of frozen corn because I just want to have corn. I like corn chowder. Like I said, I grabbed some onion powder, and here's my chicken bouillon so I can make some broth. I have a full bag of mild cheddar cheese. That's 2 cups of cheese for you. And I have a huge bag of frozen chicken breast. Yeah. Oh, you finished your puffs already. Goodness. Alright. A couple more. Snack time. Great distraction. Okay. So I've got 3 cups of water in here for my chicken broth, or you can just add 3 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to go ahead and dump in my mixture. And it might be a little thick at the bottom, almost gravy-like, so just scrape that in best you can. And then mix that up in your pot. Such a fun noise. Okay, yeah, I'm a little weird, right? Okay, we don't need this anywhere, or you know what, let's go ahead and add your onion powder now. Or your onions. Just a little bit in there. And go ahead and add your chicken, because that's going to be your bottom layer, because it's what needs cooked most. I'm going to add, looks like 2 chunks. Alright, let's get this whisk out of here. 2, 3. Did I have another one? 1 chunk was pretty big. I think 2 would be, or 3 would be enough. And that gives me 4 pieces for the next meal. Okay. This bag is so big. Somehow I closed it right the first time. Okay. So I want my chicken bouillon. So you want that in the broth. I have a hair tickling my nose. It's not comfortable. It's like I want to scratch it. Alright. Now, if you want to make this more quickly and you're still using bouillon, just cook your bouillon in the 3 cups of water on the stove, and voila, you have chicken broth. If you're cooking this on the stove, you're going to want to boil your vegetables until they're tender. So there's just more work involved that way. All right, 3 of those. That's all I like. And we are going to go ahead and add our root vegetables here over the top. Add however much corn looks acceptable. I think I have enough for a side dish for later. And your cheese. Your cheese is a big part of this, so make sure you have 2 cups of cheese. If you don't want to use cheddar, use something else, it's fine. Cheddar is typically what you would use though. And my cheese is still frozen, so. Oh my goodness. Alright, get that mixed into the broth. And there you go. Put it on high for 3 hours or low for 6 hours, and you'll have a good soup. Make sure you shred your chicken when you're done, and there you go. I just made this recipe a little bit simpler for you guys. So enjoy. I hope it's delicious. Have a good one. See you next week. Say bye. You're not in the sing bye mood, are you? Okay, well, I'll say bye. Bye.